It's either like a toe falling off or like a leaky penis.
Hi, my name is Michelle Stevenson and I've been an LVN for 9 years. I worked at a community hospital for years. I had a patient in the ER and he was yelling in pain. He was yelling up and down my emergency room, just got out of his room and like with the biggest boner I've ever seen, and he goes, "What am I gonna do with this dick?" And I was like, put it away. But I said it in my mind, right? He had a penile fracture. Penile fracture refers to the traumatic rupture of the tunica albuginum and the corpora cavernosa. So it requires urological surgery. And there's no bone in there, but he like really broke it. It was like, there's always like a curve that women can handle, like we're going somewhere. He was going in a different direction because he decided to do cocaine and Viagra.
At the same time?
Yeah, don't do coke and Viagra, please. It's not what you think it's gonna be. You think it's gonna be an endless party, but it's always a urological surgery for a man in his 60s.
One time I was accused of stealing a body. Hi, my name is Donnie. I've been a nurse for 14 years. 16 years. We're doing training for the new residents and the new nurses, so we typically have this life-size mannequin. It's a great high-fidelity mannequin. It can cry, it can sweat, it can tear up, the throat closes if it has an allergy. It's so realistic that I was moving the body, not the body, but the mannequin's body in a gurney, and was rolling out of the hospital, and somebody called 911. Next thing you know, security was running for me, thinking I was stealing a body. Yeah, I took the white sheet out of the mannequin, like, look, it's not an actual patient, please uncuff me. No, they didn't handcuff me, but they were about to. And I'm like, no, look, it's an actual mannequin. It just looks so real. So, pro tip for future nurses, if you're gonna take a mannequin out, don't cover its head thinking that you're hiding it. People will just think it's a dead body.
Hi, my name is Kat. I've been a nurse for 4 years. I actually work in the ER. So one time I had a patient come in by ambulance and the chief complaint was, found down, weakness. And so you go in there and there's that smell again. You're just like, smells like there was a code brown and maybe. So code browns are obviously a play on a code blue. A code blue is a very serious, someone not breathing, someone you have to resuscitate. But a code brown is a little more playful. It's basically when someone has a bowel movement and then you have to clean them up. And so you kind of just like announce it because you don't ever want to say like, hey, bed 3 pooped. You just say, hey, bed 3 had a code brown, and then everyone kind of just is like, oh. So anyways, I was like, hey, Joey, Christian, like I have a run in room 17. I'll be right in there. Like, could you help me out? So I go in there and they're already like cleaning them up. And I was like, oh my gosh, let me go get some supplies. Like, let me get more towels. Like, let me get the soap. I kind of take like a little longer than I probably should have because there's already supplies in the room. I was just getting extra supplies. And so I was just like, I got a mask for myself. I put like, the little essential oils in there, put that on. I gowned up, it's called a PPE because I don't want to get poop on me. They did not have PPEs in the room. So I go in the room, I'm like, hey, what else do you guys need? And they're like, Kat, he's already cleaned up. And I was like, oh, you guys, thank you. And the patient was really very friendly and he even laughed. He was like, it took you a long time. And I was like, oh my God, my own patient calling me out. So then obviously when you do favors for favors, like of course the rest of the day, they're literally giving me shit the whole day. Those situations become stories you tell forever.
Hi, my name's Courtney. I've been a nurse for 4 years. I'm doing like a routine dressing change on this patient's foot. Anytime you have like peripheral vascular disease, so poor circulation, diabetes, and just honestly with old age, we lose circulation. I think this patient also had like a multitude of issues. At this point, the toes are necrotic, which means they're black. It's not viable tissue. We're pretty much just trying to stop decay. We're not gonna really heal the feet because it wasn't just one toe, it was like all the toes were black. So I'm just unwrapping the gauze because I had a bunch of gauzes. I'm taking it off. And a family was in the room too. I'm taking it off and part of the gauze like pulls a piece of the toenail and the tip of the toe. And it's one of those moments where again, you're like, as a nurse, I can't really say anything or make any reactions. And so I just like quickly like kind of like held the toe, kept it in place, like pulled off the gauze, and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like this is horrible. But I honestly thought of like a zombie movie where like limbs are falling off and like it's just like, okay, this definitely is not the expected reaction when I'm doing a dressing change, especially because like the toenail was coming with it. That was just the worst part. I honestly just like put it like back kind of where it was supposed to go and continued with the dressing change. Nursing, you gotta expect the unexpected, but at the end of the day, like I love what I do. I get to care for people, and it's honestly a passion.